Hi everyone, today I am making some swap cards with some brand new items from the annual catalog that comes out May 3rd, and I'm excited to share them with you because these are kind of sneak peeks. They're not available yet, and a lot of times demonstrators like to join in on some swaps where we use new products so we can kind of get a variety of samples to show our customers. So this is one I'm making, and I am using Sweet Songbirds. This is a new set that has a matching punch. Anytime there's a matching punch to a stamp set, it's kind of like an instant buy for me. I have to admit that. I always like to look at the shape of the punch and see if there's other things that I can do with it. I'm seeing a teardrop here, maybe some rain. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Splashes, stuff like that. I like to look at the shapes and kind of see what else I can do. So here we have the little birdies, and the punch is for the larger bird. So I'm going to use that for my swap. It's super cute and very springy. The theme is for this month, it's a team swap, and our theme is celebrating spring. So I thought little robins would be good. And so I love the combination of Pool Party and Calypso Coral. I use it all the time, and you could also use Balmy Blue with these cute little birds, but I really love that Pool Party and Calypso Coral. So those are my colors. And here's just a version I'm making that's very simple. I know a lot of times people don't have the die cut machine, so sometimes I like to make a card that does not use the die cut machine. I love the die cut machine, but not everybody has one. So this is just using the punch. And then if you do have the die cut machine, if you wanted to, you can step up a little bit and add some other details. So I've got kind of a simple. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you with this punch is that you can use the punch, you can use the stamped images. So here I stamped it onto some basic white and punched it out, but you can also punch it out directly from cardstock, and then you've got this kind of version of the same bird. So let's make this little card. He's so cute. Another thing I want to point out are the sentiments. So you've got several choices here. A little bird told me, and then you can put things like it's your special day. So that could be birthday. It could be little bird told me you've got something to celebrate, and that's nice because it's not so specific. You can use it for, you know, someone who got a promotion at work, or someone who's graduating, or somebody who is having a baby. So it could be, you know, something to celebrate, could be anything. So it's such a versatile set. I really like that. There's also welcome and congratulations, a note of thanks. So it's a very versatile set. This little piece here is like a little sign, a little wooden sign, which you can hang from the branch with this little kind of a string here. And then you can add some of these words, like the welcome fits. A lot of these fit on there. Not all of them do, these are too long, but these all fit on that little kind of wooden placard there. And then you've got two sizes of birds. I love the little notes. You've got little sleepy eyes or wide awake eyes. You've got a couple different feet. I accidentally put feet going the wrong way on one of mine, but we won't do that on this one. And so I want to show you this cute set. So let me start off with a piece of Pool Party, and I've cut this to standard card size. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and folded. And I'm going to use this little flower from that stamp set, and I'm going to randomly stamp some flowers in the same color. So it's kind of Pool Party on Pool Party. And I'm going to just be random. I don't need to do the middle, that's going to get covered. I like to make sure that some go off the page a little bit. I feel like if you try to stay within this rectangle, then it looks less random. I was actually looking for a background paper instead of stamping my own, and I didn't have one that really worked with what I wanted, like a Pool Party tone on tone that I had enough of to do my swaps. And then I thought, why don't I just make my own background here? So that's my random flower. And then I'm going to take it a little bit further. I'm going to use my white pencil. This is the Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils, and I'm going to just color in the centers. And I just think it really makes them, I don't know, look cute. Look even cuter. So you can do that. There's a few other ways you can color in these centers. You might have a white gel pen, or another thing you can use is our craft white ink and a blender pen and just fill in those flowers. So if you don't have this, you can take a blender pen and a craft ink pad. I squeeze it so it kind of gets some ink into the lid, and you can kind of work right from that and get some white centers that way also. It's actually faster to do it that way. I just think it adds a little something, don't you? I just really like it. There. Okay. So I've got my background all done. Let's put that aside and work on the images. So I've got a piece of basic white here, and this is cut at 2 and it's not quite 2.5. It's like a little tick below that. So that would be what? Or I mean, it's like 2 5/8 going this way. And then this one, I went just a hair under 4. I wanted it to fit within the stitched area. So that's why it's kind of a weird size, because this, between the stitch and the stitch, I think the stitch and the stitch right there is just slightly below 4. So I put my cardstock on the 4 and then just nudged it over just a tad, because I wanted to make sure that the stitching showed. It's just so cute. And this is from the Scalloped Contours dies. I love these. I use them all the time. Super cute. And it's the second one here, the second largest one. Okay. But again, if you don't have that, it looks cute without the scallop too. So you can do it either way. All right, so let's move on to our branch. So I'm going to take soft suede and add a little branch. And then I'm going to put some leaves in Old Olive. And this stamp, it's the leaves, they're both together already, and they've already kind of spaced them for you so that they fit both branches. Isn't that smart? Okay. While I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and add my sentiments. So I've got these little music notes from the stamp set. I'm going to go up in this corner. And then I'm going to pick a sentiment. Let's see, what haven't I used? Let me do... Well, I'm going to do the A Little Bird Told Me. And then I'll change the inside. Okay, so we've got our stamped pieces. And then I need some scrap white. Here we go. And then I'm going to take that soft suede again. Now, I wanted to take my blender pen that I used already for that white, and I'm going to kind of smear, just because I didn't want it so stark white behind that nest. And you don't even really have to pick up any extra ink. You're kind of smearing the ink that you just put down with these blender pens. Blender pens are really fun for multiple uses, but here we go. I've got kind of a smeared background. And then if you wanted to, you can pick up some ink with your blender pen and add some more if you felt I'm blocking it. Sorry about that. If you wanted to, you could add a little more color. Give the nest some dimension. I'm kind of darkening the edges so it kind of gives it more of a rounded look. There. These pens are so fun because then when you're done with them, you clean them off and then you can go ahead and use it on another color. All right, and now I'm going to hand cut that out. So that there's not a punch for, but it's a pretty simple shape. So we're going to just kind of, and you don't have to be exact on all these little twigs, just kind of move your scissors around and it'll be just fine. There we go. All right, there's my nest. And now I'm going to stamp the bird. I wanted to stamp it rather than use the cardstock method just because I want you to see how easy it is. They've done a great job lining these up. So I'm going to ink up bird body here. And I want to take a look at my punch and just kind of see, you know, sometimes you want your image to go straight down, but then I'll be cutting out. So this time I want it to go off to the side. So I'm going to put it this way. Kind of tells you how to line up your image. Okay, now there's two parts we want to add. I want to add the little breast of the bird, and I'm going to do that in Calypso Coral. There's two sizes of this one, so make sure you grab the right one, because the one goes with the little bird and one goes with the bigger bird. I think this is the right one, yes. Now this time I'm going to take this Calypso Coral and I'm going to stamp it once off to the side just to lighten it a little bit. And pardon me, my head's probably going to come in the shot because I need to be right on top of it. There. So I've got the Calypso Coral in there. And then you're going to do the same thing for the beak. If you don't want to stamp the beak, you can certainly use markers to color in the beak. And again, my head is, and I'm not going to stamp off this time because I want it to be darker. I'm going to move my head in here again, sorry. There we go. So there's the beak. And then there's two different kind of eyes. Like I said, there's open eyes and closed eyes. I'm going to go with the open eyes. So cute. Okay, there's my little bird. And then we're going to punch him out. Just put him in there. I guess I'm kind of using a lot of cardstock either way. There we go. Now for this little wing, let's see if I can fit it there on this little scrap. I'm going to punch out another little wing to add to the bird. Let's stick it like that. Okay, there we go. All right, let's put it together. So I'm going to layer these two. And then the nest I'm going to put up on some dimensionals. Okay, and I tucked that little birdie right in the nest. There. And then this I'm also going to stick up on dimensionals so it sticks away from the base a little bit, and then you'll see that vellum a little more. The vellum piece can be any color, but I thought that soft vellum was really cute, and I really wanted to see those flowers behind. I didn't want to cover too many of them up. Whoops. So the vellum is like a nice little layer that's barely there, but it is there. Do you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. There we go. Oops, I smudged it. Okay. Then I added some linen thread because it kind of looks twiggy, nesty, and I did a little double bow here. So I just gave myself a length of it, say about there. And I tied a little bow. I thought that kind of added to the nest look a little bit. That'll go right there. So sweet, isn't it? Okay. Just like that. And then for the inside, I need a piece of basic white in 4 by 5 1/4. And we can do anything in here. So I've got a little bird told me, and then I'm gonna say it's your special day. So I'll use that one because I don't think I've used that one yet. Is it still in here? Yes, it is. Okay. And then let's put some more on there because that's kind of empty, isn't it? So let's go ahead and add some music notes. Little birdie is singing right off the page there. And then I'm going to add a little bird down here. So now I'm going to use the smaller of the two birds. So I've got that one, and now I need my beak. Excuse my head again, sorry. And I need a little insert. Is it this one? No, that's the big one. Here it is. So I'm going to stamp off once and get rid of some of the color. Sorry again for my head. There we go. And the eyes. Okay, and a wing. Let's see what I do with that wing. Here it is. And you can even have a wing going this way too, so you can have two wings, but I'm going to pretend it's behind. And then I need feet. So here you want to make sure you got feet going the right way. So cute. There's our inside. Well, the video cut out just as I was attaching my inside, so I'm going to review it again. Luckily, the card was done when that happened. So here is the A Little Bird Told Me, It's Your Special Day, and I've added that little bird to the middle. That's real fun. And then I've got the one where I made the bird out of cardstock instead of stamping. So there's your two different versions of that. Super cute. When I did that one, I also did the nest out of cardstock too, just for some consistency. And that one says, a little bird told me you've got something to celebrate. And I've added the little bird singing in here. And this one just says a little note of thanks. And this is the one that doesn't use the die. So if you don't have a die cut machine, that's okay. This card still works. And you could use the a little note of thanks. And then here's just a little bird singing on the inside. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll come back again. Be sure to check my blog, Best Paper Cuts, on May 3rd. When the catalog goes live, I'll add a link to the new catalog, a digital link on my blog, so that you can go ahead and look at all the new products. There's so much cuteness going on in that new catalog. And if you're a customer of mine, I've already sent them out to those of you who live far away, and those of you who live local can pick one up, or I'm going to be giving them away. I did give some away at Card Buffet. I'll be giving more away this weekend at Stamp Camp, and or you can pick up. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and come back again. Bye.